It's great to have on hand, and I like to make up a couple in advance, and that way, when the mood strikes, I can use them in my art journal. I'm going to do today is I'm going to make some more. Got some stamps, and I have a non-stick surface. I'm going to try it. Never used it before. It's one of those silicone mats. Piece of sewing template, PVA glue, a little water. I'm just going to mix that up. It's going to take it a second. I think that's probably good. What I'm going for is the thickness of like glazed donut, the icing you see on a donut, maybe a little thinner. So what kind of stamps do you want to use? Let's see. I'll just get out a few. Right now, I'm not going to tear this. I'm just going to make one big thing that I can cut up. So I'm going to lay this right here in my non-stick surface. I'll turn it like that. I can see it. And I'm going to start putting stamps in. On this one, I didn't remove the backing of the envelopes. I just put them on there as an experiment. And I think I'm going to do the same thing here. I want to wedge them in the PVA glue mixture. So I'm going to go ahead and paint this down. Like that. All right, I'm going to just stick some in there. Just random stamps. I'm just playing. It's kind of fun not to think about it. Put it right there. And then, ooh, I don't know, random purple. I think I'm going to call that good. And then just going to fold this over like so, just like that, and do this. This sewing template should turn clear. And it is a-okay if it wrinkles. I kind of like that. He's cool. I'm just gonna put that together. I'll use the rest of this because I got it. Kind of like that. So nothing goes wasted. It's kind of nice. I'm just sitting outside. All right. I know it looks very random, but we're going to go with them. And place that right there. Okay, that's what it looks like. Oop. And now I need to leave it to dry. I'll go wash off this brush, and then come back, and if I need to do another layer, I can. This is coated on the back already, so we're good. I place this out in the sun, and look, it's already drying. And what's wonderful about the silicone, look at that, it just pops right off. Still not quite dry, right in there. And I'm just going to leave it a little bit longer. These are all nice and dry, and as you can hear, kind of crunchy. This is really stuck together, so it's actually good to go. You can cut or tear it if you want to, but if you're like me, and if one layer is good, maybe 2 layers is even better. I'm taking the remainder of my PVA glue, like this, and I'm just going to pour some on it, and I'm just going to paint it all over again. And it'll seep in all the cracks and crannies, and make it extra, extra nice. You could probably do watered down acrylic too if you want to. Take that and put on the back. I do want to make sure that any pools of it are smoothed out. Random ant, please go that way. And I'll paint the back of this. The moment this gets wet again, it starts to not be as crunchy. But it's definitely going to be crunchy. And you sure do want to use non-stick stuff to sit it on. I have used parchment paper in the past. I've also used normal paper that as it dried, I removed it from. and it didn't stick there. But if you leave it on a random piece of paper, it will completely stick. Make sure that's all good to go. Yep. All right. One more time. Now that I put in the sun, I see a few more little spots I can just knock down real quick. I think we're okay. I'll just let him be. Come back and check in a little bit. Here we are, completely dried. 2 coats, front and back. This little guy too. And I have a couple tools, actually 3. You can cut this stuff if you want to. Cuts really well, like that. You can even use specialized little template scissors if you want to cut them into little cute little designs and shapes like that. That works really well. If you have something that has paper underneath, I would not suggest using these. It might not work too well. Works really good if you just are going through the sewing template itself. One of my favorite ways though is actually to use a ruler. So I'm using the metal edge of this ruler and I'm just going to press it down. And I'm going to tear against it, and see, it does really well, like that. It gets you a nice edge, and it's not as sharp as a cut edge, but it does pretty good. I like to have some of these made up in advance. Sometimes I leave the edges just raw. Of course, you can always just tear it. It works pretty good too, like that. See, it tears really easily. They're just great to have on hand, and I like to make up a couple in advance, and that way, when the mood strikes, I can use them in my art journal. This one just sewed in, and it's like a pocket. There you go. Did find that sewing templates are a little bit more transparent or translucent than tissue paper, but you might find otherwise. I get these at flea markets, and they come in handy for many things. Worth a shot. Till next time, happy arting.